Yet again, no solutions. Wait. We're gonna move to the lab first. Sita's still here. Let's show her the poem.
She'll probably hear it pretty soon when Monica presents it. Monica wouldn't want me to spoil it before then.
Poem. The lab equipment.
I could burn it or wet it. I don't want to do those things to it, though.
We could skeleton it.
I'd rather see it for the first time at the club. But if I had already spoiled the poem for myself and read it, then I would read it to Sayashi. Poor dude probably doesn't get much literary goodness in his life now. Or his death, I guess.
I suppose he could learn a lot of things hanging around in the classroom. Poem, the fridge.
A lot of things need to be kept cold. Poems aren't really one of them.
Well, what if you, carved a poem into a block of ice? Then it would definitely need kept cold. It would be very ephemeral. Chemical storage.
It's locked. And a poem wouldn't belong in there anyway.
Poem. Stools.
The poem fits neatly on the seat. But not wanting to lose the poem, I take it back.
Now we have an approximate idea of the size of the poem, as if it was not on, an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Whoopsies, I didn't mean to pick the pen. No, look. Okay. Poem. The windows.
I don't want to eat Monica's poem.
Pen. Miss Ida.
I don't think she needs that.
Yeah, she's not forgetful. She has her own writing utensils. Lab equipment.
It's all made of metal, hard to write on.
Yeah, well, didn't mean to pick that one again. Darn it. So many inventory things. Pen. And the skeleton.
Dude, poor Sayashi is already dead in an exhibit in a high school lab. Let him keep what dignity he has left.
Alright. Pen. The fridge.
Going to be totally honest, I was trying to think of a pun involving pen chill and penchant there for a second, but I've got nothing, sorry. Anyway, the pen doesn't need to go in the fridge.
I can't think of a pun either. That would be very strange. Chemical storage.
The glass is reinforced. I don't think I could break it with the pen. And the seat is right there in any case.
I suppose, if you hit it just right with the tip of the pen, it might be able to break it. But it also depends on the glass.
Well, the stools already have plenty of pen marks on them. I don't feel compelled to add anything new.
Oop, not that. Use the pen on the window.
Whether you want me to write on or break the windows is a bad idea, and no.
You know, we still never closed those windows again. Gaff. Miss Ida.
Miss Ida isn't currently on a stage, and so I don't need to pull her off with a hook.
Gaff. The equipment.
I could do that to roll around if I were on a rolling chair, but unfortunately, I am not.
How sturdy is that lab equipment then? Is it just attached to the desk? The skeleton.
I don't have a bone to pick with Sayashi. Man, I feel like that joke must have been made before.
It might have been. I don't know if it has with any of our inventory items, but it might have been.
Why do you want me to open stuff in weird ways? I have hands! I can just grab onto the handle with my awesome opposable thumbs and pull!
Don't take your thumbs for granted. This chemical storage.
I don't think my hook stick is sturdy enough to get me through the reinforced glass. As mighty a weapon as it is.
Gaff the stools.
I could drag the stools around with my hook stick, but the sound would be really annoying.
I feel like that one was actually more doable when it was just the hook. Gaff the windows.
Too hard. I'd rather just try to open the windows normally.
Then we're down to the shirt, aren't we? Give it to Miss Ida.
Maybe I should have her do some sort of chemical analysis on it. She'd really think I was weird then.
Well, I don't know. I feel like she'd be curious to know what all was in that shirt after all it's seen and been through.
I think I'd need biology equipment instead of chemistry equipment to figure out this shirt's secrets. Not that I want to.
Probably need a little both. Shirt. Skeleton.
Poor old naked Sayashi. He could definitely use a shirt. Maybe I should bring him one that doesn't belong to someone else.
Get him a shirt that says, like, I Heart New York or something. It'd be silly. Just imagine it. Shirt the fridge.
What on earth would I need a cold shirt for?
To kill the bacteria. Shirt the chemical storage.
I don't think this shirt's quite that hazardous.
I don't know. It's pretty bad. Stools.
Draping the shirt over the stools has accomplished nothing. I would say my disappointment is immeasurable, but really I had no expectations.
Yeah, it's hard to be disappointed when there's nothing to be disappointed about.
It's already pretty dry. It doesn't need to get any sunlight or anything. It just needs a wash.
And given back to its owner. Alright, we had fun in your lab, Ida. That's all for now. We'll be back, I'm sure. Okay, so that takes care of this, like, the branching paths from here. That's a poem. The classroom.
I'm sure Miss Ida will hear the poem soon enough. I don't need to slip it under her door like a stalker.
Then use the poem on the fire alarm.
Really struggling to think of what you want here. Maybe you think Monika's poem is hot fire and will trigger the fire alarm? You'd still have to pull it, though.
Poem the windows.
I'd have to open the window first. Unless you want me to press it up against the glass like a hostage from a movie. Either way, not something I'm interested in doing.
You're gonna poem the benches.
Reading Monika's poem to the benches seems a little strange even for me.
At least we tried to entertain the benches this time. Pen. The classroom.
Her door doesn't have anything to write on.
Okay, then. Whoop, I picked a poem, didn't I? I sure did. Pick the pen. And the fire alarm.
Metal painted red is not a very good writing surface, though.
It's really not. Pen. The windows.
You want me to do the most bizarre acts of vandalism sometimes? No, I'm not going to try to write on the glass.
We established from so many other windows that wouldn't work anyway. Benches.
Maybe I could scratch in something if I press the pen hard enough, but that sounds like a lot of work I don't want to do.
Okay, that was it for you. Gaff the classroom.
Use the door handle, weirdo!
Gaff the alarm.
Even if I did it from a distance using my hook stick, I still think people would know it was me.
But they wouldn't have the fingerprints. Gaff. The windows.
The hook end lacks the fine motor control I need to open the window.
Yeah, you ain't gonna undo a latch with that thing. The benches.
No matter how much I pull, the benches stay bolted to the wall pretty well.
Shirt. The classroom.
Not sure what you want me to do with the shirt and the door to the classroom. All I can think of is rubbing the shirt on the door, which would look very strange.
Shirt. The alarm.
Covering it with the shirt wouldn't really muffle the sound at all. No point to it.
Shirt. The windows.
Yes, pressing a boy's t-shirt against the glass like a lunatic will make me very popular, no doubt. But still, somehow, I'm going to pass on that idea.
Then shirt. The benches.
I think the benches probably wear a bigger size than this.
Well, that takes care of here. But there was actually one thing that occurred to me that I wanted to try with Miss Ida real quick. I want to see if we can tell her about her broken key. Let's talk to Miss Ida. Blah, blah, blah. The key broke. See, there you go. It's right there.
Miss Ida, so I used the key to unlock the cabinet and... Natsuki, it's fine. I heard from Monika that the key broke. It was kind of an old key, not surprising. Oh, thank goodness. I thought you'd be mad. Monika did say that you looked panic-stricken. Well, I appreciate your thoughtfulness, but it's not a problem. I'll have a new key by tomorrow, and the custodians will get the broken key out of the cabinet. Phew!
There I go. See? It was a thing after all. And that was probably the most interesting thing that's happened this session so far. Okay. Back to the courtyard. See, it's not so bad when we've only got like 4 inventory items to use on everything. Let's poem rhyme.
The Literature Club has a lot of weird unwritten rules. Leave my goddamn manga where it belongs. Try not to lean on Sayori for moral support too much. Don't remind Monica that we live in a simulation. But one of the most important ones is that it's a safe space to share literary work. And that we must not go publishing or reading the work outside the club without the permission of the author. I'm not about to do that.
So respectful of the club and its ideals. I picked pen by mistake. Dang it. I needed to pick poem. I need to poem the fountain.
Oh, mean. Why do you want to ruin Monica's poem? You're one of those people who's still mad at her? Get over it, Bob.
No, not at all. I'm not at all mad at her. I am totally over it. Benches.
Sitting on the bench and reading the poem would make me feel very studious and picturesque. I wonder if I could be seen doing that from the roof. But I think I'll just wait until I hear the poem shared in the club.
Well, I wonder about that from the roof. Are you hoping that Yuri will look down and see you reading the poem? Buildings.
Not sure what the plan is here. I could, take the poem into the building by walking in there. Maybe go with that plan.
Poem. The lamppost.
The lampost's creepy enough without some probably creepy poem about the nature of reality stuck to it. No thanks.
Let's poem the grassy quad.
I can't just leave it here. I need to make sure it goes back where it belongs.
Put the poem on the roof.
Even if I were really good at making paper airplanes, and I am not, I don't think I could get the poem up there from here.
But you could get it down here from up there. Poem. The handbag.
I don't think reading a poem to the handbag is going to get it off of that lamppost.
Probably not. Pen rye.
Nah, it's not her pen. I should return it to the rightful owner.
Then we will pen the fountain.
Nothing will cleanse this pen's sins. And in terms of physical cleanliness, it's already been cleaned.
Pen the benches.
I don't think the pen can write on either of the kinds of benches here.
Pen the buildings.
Man, stop trying to write on weird stuff. Like pens write on paper. Get the hidden secret spray paint if you want to write on the building. Oh, you couldn't find it? That's because there is none.
Well, I'm glad she said there is none, because otherwise I would have looked high and low for it. Pen the lamppost.
The lamppost metal isn't going to take ink very well. Bad plan, Chief.
Pen the grassy quad.
Although it is tempting to fling this pen away and then run, I should probably just calmly return it to its owner, you know.
We will pen the roof.
I think people on the roof have had enough time with this pen. It's time for the pen to go back to people who are not on the roof.
Pen the handbag.
Pen's not nearly long enough to extend my reach with. I need, meters of reach, not centimeters.
Full meters, though? Seriously? Alright, well, that took care of the pen. It's time to gaff Rye.
Haha, she is pretty small. But pulling her around would be super mean.
Well, you didn't mind doing it to Monica. Pulling her around. Gaff the fountain.
There's nothing in there to fish out.
Well, then we'll gaff the benches.
The benches won't budge.
Did you try both benches? Gaff the buildings.
I guess I could use this to, clean out the gutters. But they're not paying me to do it, so no.
I don't think this building even has gutters, if we're being perfectly honest. Gaff the lamppost.
I wonder if I could balance the hook stick on top of the lamppost. Probably, but it's not really something to do right now. It would look weird. But maybe if I put out a sign that said performance art and an open case for tips to go in, The school probably wouldn't like that.
Then we'll gaff the quad.
No, I worked hard to make this strange object and I am taking it with me.
Let's gaff the roof.
It doesn't reach that high.
Alright, well, it seems we've exhausted the gaff, so let's shirt Rye.
Rye strikes me as the kind of girl who's never stood closer than 5 feet to a boy she likes. She might faint dead if she gets a whiff of this shirt.
I don't like to think about schoolgirls sniffing gym shirts. It's just really uncomfortable to me.
It definitely needs to be cleaned, but not in this fountain. Me washing a boy's gym shirt in a school fountain would raise a lot of questions. Plus, I think someone would prefer to have this shirt before it gets washed. Ugh.
Shirt the benches.
Nah, that'd get it dirtier than it already is.
Maybe it would clean the benches. Shirt the buildings.
If you mean put the buildings in the shirt, it's too small. If you mean put the shirt in the buildings, just have me go inside them like a sane person would.
Shirt the lamppost.
Another great idea from the player, using the shirt with a lamppost. If we had awards for fantastic inventory usage ideas, I'd give you one. But we don't. Also, that idea is incredibly stupid.
Most of them have been. Let's be perfectly honest. Shirt the grassy quad.
What, like just leave it? It is pretty dirty, but I think that, having taken it, I have some obligation to make sure it goes where it belongs.
Yeah. Shirt the roof.
You know, clothes, they're really hard to throw because of all the air resistance. No way can I get this up there. I'd have to rubber band it into a ball or something.
So what are you waiting for? Shirt the handbag.
Maybe I could make the shirt into a lupo cloth and pull on a stuck handle? It still wouldn't reach.
If only we had some sort of long object that could also grab things with which to retrieve that handbag. But alas, I guess we're going back to the school entrance. Alright, so we need to be careful here too. What's poem MC?
Nah, I'm sure he'll see it soon enough. And Monica probably wants to read it to him herself.
Well, poem the crowd of students.
If these people had any interest or appreciation for literature, they could just join the literature club. Until they do, this is not for them.
Poem the entrance wall.
Unless Monica wrote an ode to a waist-high wall, I don't think it would be very interesting to the wall. That'd be a heck of a poem topic one of these days, though.
Just write about waist-high walls. Hold on. Poem the rolling gate.
There's not really a way to use the poem with the gate. Maybe I could wrap it around the top part? But why would I do that?
There is no reason. There is literally no reason. Nearby school building.
The literature club is in the other part of the school. That's where Monica is. And that's where this poem belongs.
I don't know. I mean, we had the poem there before and we couldn't get anything done with it. Whoops, I accidentally did a thing.